Hey, what's up, everybody out there? I am Brent. Welcome back to Babylon 5 for the first time. I am about to watch this episode for this week by any means necessary. I'll be watching it for the first time. You guys will be joining me for that. This is in preparation for our main show where I will be joined by my co host, Jeff, and we're going to dive into everything having to do with this episode. This episode was one that, for whatever reason, HBO Max, which is how we're watching Babylon 5, put it way out of order. And our good friend John and several of you guys out there commented and said, no, you should watch by any means necessary first, not whatever the next episode is that Babylon 5, or I'm sorry, that HBO Max put out there. So thank you guys for that. That has been very, very helpful. So that is why we were watching this episode today. I believe on the last episode with Jeff, when we did our predictions, I literally waffled on this whole idea because I had no idea. I mean, to say by any means necessary, it could be anything, y'all. I mean, it could be anything. So, what is it? I have no freaking idea, but I can't wait to dive in because, on Star Trek, we often say that even the bad shows are pretty good. And I think we just say that out of deference for our respect for the show as a whole. But even just within these first, 12 episodes or so on Babylon 5, even the bad episodes have a lot of great qualities to them. And while I may not necessarily jump to rewatch a lot of these episodes, they are rather enjoyable, or they have the enjoyable part. So I hope this is a good episode. We've had a couple of heavy episodes, so I kind of hope for a little lighthearted one this week, but it's probably not going to happen, especially with the title like by any means necessary. So we're probably looking at some sort of a deep political fight or something of that nature where bad stuff is going to happen, but it's going to lead to a good end or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing. Let's watch the video. You guys, if you like this channel, if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button as we're really steamrolling on that and really want to get the word out to as many people as we can. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon so you know whenever we post a new one of these reaction videos or whether the main show goes up. And sometimes we have some highlight clips that go out, and who knows whatever other content we might be coming up with in the future. And as always, comment down below and we'll respond to what you guys have going on out there. But without further ado, by any means necessary.
Earth Force Ship Omega, you may proceed to jump gate. Shuttle Copernicus, you're clear for docking Bay 4. Talquith, please hold. Earth Force ship, continue to hold. Minbari ship, hold.
Babylon 5,
Everybody
this
hold.
is the captain of the Talquith. What is the delay?
Talquith, there's a priority shipment ahead of you. However, you'll be able to dock in 25 minutes.
Unacceptable. We have a very perishable cargo for Ambassador G'Kar and must deliver it immediately.
I'll do what I can.
These Narns sure
Please
do
stand
think
by.
a lot of themselves, man.
Vientos, make it quick.
This is CNC. Can you get that non-transport in here any quick?
You're really busting my cojones today, CNC. Slide her into Bay 8, then we'll see what we can do.
Thanks. Talquith.
Where am I going to put her?
immediately
Okay,
dock
put her in Bay 8.
8 via Beacon Alpha 6.
About time.
You're welcome. Jeez, rude.
We have a failure in the base system. Computer, it's raising the transport.
Of course you do.
6 activated.
Uh-oh.
Departure sequence engaged.
Outboard transport, do not
Nope.
start your engines.
Nope. He's gonna die. Dumbass. Stupid. What are you doing? Holy cow, man.
Base 6 damage report.
I've got 2 people trapped in there. If we don't get out fast, they're dead.
Oh, they're gonna be dead anyway, pal. Man, those Narn. We've seen this time and time again. Like, they think that their stuff is more important than everything else that's going on. Like, there's no regard for anybody else out there and what's happening. So I'm starting to think that this is a Narn thing, but he had something for G'Kar. It probably really wasn't that urgent or necessary. So we got to look at the dock workers, and apparently they're overloaded. Is this a new thing? Have we known that the dock workers have been overloaded before? I don't know. All right, let's find out. Why is there fire suits looking like hazmat suits?
What do we have trapped in there?
All I know is it's 2 members of Team 21.
Uh-oh. What's Team 21? I like how his, like, headset looks like something we used to use, like maybe a trucker's headset or something way back in the 90s. I think this was early 90s, so that's probably about right for their time.
My brother.
Oh, no. Oh, he's dead. G'Kar is a priest? G'Kar believes in any kind of religion? Okay. All right. Roll with it.
Ambassador?
So spoke Shaquan at the dawn of all mornings.
Ambassador?
I'm afraid the Jaquan Eth was destroyed in the accident.
No. No. Oh, no.
Don't try to blame my people for this. We have said all along that the dockside equipment isn't up to handling this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. First, we have Sinclair's bad acting. And then last week we had Liana. And I'm sure we had somebody the week before. And this one, don't try to blame my people, Commander. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just painful. It's so painful. Okay, so she's the union rep, I guess. And this is going to turn into Newsies. They're going on strike. That's got to be what this is, right? If she's a union rep. Strike, strike, strike.
My people have been forced to work triple shifts because we are understaffed in every area.
Don't try to blame this on us, Lieutenant Commander. We are the victims here.
You lost some cargo.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? We are the victims. You lost whatever cargo you were getting. They lost people's lives because your dude fired his engines when he was told not to. Babylon 5 was overworking their people. Shouldn't have been doing that. But wow. Wow. I mean, just the selfishness of the Narn. Wow. I'm a little taken aback by that. Like, that level of self-importance is crazy.
Ambassador, Alberto Del Vientos lost his life.
Mm-hmm.
And by Jaquan, I mean to see that we are compensated for the damage.
By Jaquan? Is that the name of their god?
The accident was caused by equipment failure. Cluster defective microchips blew out.
The problems dockside run much deeper than a few microchips, Commander.
And I've done everything I can to make the Senate understand we need an increase in the station's budget.
Commander, Senator Hidoshi is on Gold Channel for you. It's about the new budget.
Hey, speaking of which, I'm trying to tell him we need more budget. Hey, he wants to call about the budget.
I don't know of anyone who
They're
has
not
one.
going to give you.
I'll pay any price.
G'Kar.
Yee.
Doing a little shopping,
Love Londo and G'Kar.
Is that permitted during the holy days of Jaquan? If there is anything I can do to be of assistance, you will let me know, yes?
No. Well,
There's no one who can have a Jaquan Eth delivered in time for the ceremony.
Okay, what is a
However-
Jaquan Eth?
According to import records, there is one being on the station who has the flower.
well,
A
who
flower.
is it?
Ambassador Valari.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Why
Nice.
does the universe hate me?
Woohoo! Okay,
All in
new
the
favorite.
budget
If that's
report,
not a
Commander.
GIF,
I know what's
it
the
needs
report,
to be
Senator,
a
but
GIF
we need
right
those
now.
increases in station
Woohoo!
operations.
But our experts have assured us that your new budget is more than sufficient for safe and efficient running of Babylon 5. Commander, I have every confidence that you will make it work.
Okay, so our experts assure us that you have everything you need, but the guy with boots on the ground is telling you, no, it's not. Typical politician, typical bureaucrat. folks, you have to listen to the person with boots on the ground telling you what's what. You've got to be able to take those people's information into account. You can't run things from an office in the penthouse suite of your building. You just can't do it. You've got to be able to talk to the people who are actually there, directly impacted by what's happening, and make your decisions that way. I'm not saying you have to let them make your decisions. I'm just saying you have to get information from them directly. That's where this is going to come down to. Our experts tell us, well, forget your experts.
Assume the news about the budget is leaked by now.
The dock workers got zipped. No pay raise, no money for new workers, no funds for upgrading equipment.
As far as the
Of course
Senate's
not.
concerned,
We
they're
got to set
bound
up a
by
strike.
government contract.
Strike, 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 strike.
Excuse me?
We have an illegal strike on our hands.
And the world will
Our
know.
docking schedule
And the
is
better
5.
too.
Please stand by.
Mr. Pulitzer and Herstep, we got news for you.
Now let's remember, let's try to keep a cool head during management negotiations.
Uh-oh.
What do you
This
want
is
here?
not going to help.
We're as serious as a rip in a spacesuit, and we want the Senate and Commander Sinclair to know it.
That's a
By
cool
staging a legal
metaphor.
strike?
But simile,
But
actually.
we're smarter than that.
We're as
Sinclair and
serious
Ivanov are
as a
career
rip in a
military. I don't
spacesuit.
expect them to understand.
Yeah, let your union
Okay.
rep do it.
Okay, if Commander wants to talk, we'll talk. Let's go.
She says as she rolls up her sleeves.
Friends looking for a fight. Oh, is this his quarters?
You left your door unlocked, Ambassador. Jealous of you.
I have been saving for a special occasion. When you drop the seeds
Yeah, this
into a
occasion.
proper mixture of alcohol, whole new universes open up.
He uses it as drugs.
It's a shame you nuns waste them in the interest of
And he's
interstellar
hamming it up.
and friendship. 50,000 commercial credits in cash in advance.
That's it, please!
Oh.
Commander, we have
I
been hearing
love
reports
Londo.
of
I
an
really
illegal
do.
strike
I like
by
him
your
way better than I do
Doctors
G'Kar,
Guild.
but I love G'Kar too.
The Labor Committee has ordered Oren Zento to Babylon 5. He has stopped this kind of thing before on many of our stations.
How many stations do they have?
Full cooperation. Understood, Commander?
Understood,
Understood.
Commander.
Senator.
Babcom. Pretty sure that's Zento. He perhaps has the most punchable face I've seen in all of Babylon 5 so far. That is Sean Payton level punchable face right there.
I have changed my mind.
Uh-oh.
Jaquan plant is not for sale.
Yeah, he's just screwing with
I've
him.
also considered this a very tiny portion of revenge for what you did to our colony on Ragesh 3 and to my
Wow.
nephew.
That's the thing from the first
Lord,
episode,
the
right?
last.
He was never going to sell it. He was never going to sell it to him.
Sinclair can only kick me off the station. There's something I want you to do.
At your service.
He's going to try to have her kill Londo.
Earth sympathizes with your situation.
Oh, yeah. Sure does. Yeah.
But the government must cut costs.
The
Colonies and
government found
stations.
enough money for increased military spending on Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 is a military installation in the midst of hostile alien governments. It is vital to the defense of Earth. Your guild is a vital part of Babylon 5.
So then fund the guild to be able to run
Provides
Babylon
everyone with
5.
enough funds to run their departments efficiently.
Yeah. Efficiently is a word that they use for shoestring budget and not good enough.
We were promised an increase by last year's negotiator.
Can't trust
I wish I
anything
could
this
help.
negotiator says then,
I've
right?
seen no written agreement to that effect. Without that, my hands
Oh.
are tied. There are simply no
That's
funds
low.
available.
That's
Now,
low.
Despite this unfortunate accident, you leave me no choice but to invoke the Rush Act.
Okay. I need them to explain what the heck this Rush Act is. This is like the third or fourth time we've heard them mention it. I'm not sure what it is. It sounds bad, but I need them to tell us what the Rush Act does, like what it is. Obviously, it's going to involve some sort of military intervention. It's something that busted up, but there's got to be something to the Rush Act. So We got to figure that out.
It's not a good time for big decisions.
Sinclair's looking a little scruffy, isn't he? Like the more the episode goes on, he's getting a little more scruffy, isn't he?
Out at a private meeting.
Now what?
You know, we could retitle this episode, Everybody Dumps on
speak to you
Sinclair.
Immediately on a matter of the gravest importance.
Ambassador G'Kar, I have an emergency situation on my hands.
It won't
It's,
take long.
it's like he's doing that.
and I
Like he's
wouldn't want to
just
burden you further
putting
by
out
taking
fires.
this matter up before a full assembly.
Are you telling me this is about a flower?
Not just a flower, Commander.
I had that same
symbol of
response.
my faith.
I had
All
that.
followers
This is about a
of the Quran
flower?
Perform a ritual once a year. Well,
I'm sorry.
but Commander.
Sinclair.
Oh.
Commander, you're
I'll be honest. This feels like me negotiating between my 10-year-old and my 7-year-old at times. Like, I can't force you to do it because that toy is actually yours, but you should let your sister play with it. Like, that's what this feels like to me. Just look at this screenshot right here. Look at the look, the side eye that Sinclair is giving this whiny faced G'Kar. Like, this is a perfect place to pause it. This is probably my screen grab for the episode, like thumbnail right here. Like, just that side eye is awesome.
You send your people back to work now.
Stuff it.
Dang. Stuff it.
Lieutenant Commander Ivanova, in 10 seconds you will escort any unauthorized person still present to the brig and leave him there.
Yes, sir.
Get him.
You are impeding the public's right to know, Commander. Hurry!
Public does not have a right to know on that. Sorry.
One. So, what I missed?
Lieutenant Commander, I need to see the full text of the Senate order.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Listen, here, what are we at now? Minute 32, and we just hit the Star Trek part of this, right? Like that's it. He's gonna read something in the text that's gonna like give him an out before everything goes to crap, right? Like it's gonna get right on the verge, and he's gonna have something. Maybe that's the by any means necessary line that we get from the title, or something like that. But this is something that you can see. I think like Picard doing or something like that. Like read the text, end it without violence, end it by talking, diplomacy, all that sort of stuff. You don't have to come to fisticuffs over it. I got this episode licked.
It is now official. The Senate has invoked the Rush Act.
See, is Garibaldi just trying to get her to safety?
Mr. Zento, if you and Miss Conley will please join me.
What do you need me there for?
We'll see.
I don't want to do that. I started this whole thing. They're going to get me.
Chuck one up for the dock workers.
Yeah, chuck one up for the dock workers.
Under the Rush Act, the Senate has empowered me to end this strike. I'm authorized to use any means necessary. Correct, Mr. Zento?
Yes, any means necessary.
Nailed it.
Then under that authority, I choose the following means to end this strike. 1, I am reallocating 1.3 million credits from Babylon 5's military budget. I am declaring a complete amnesty for any striking worker or guild representative who has committed no other crime. You should never hand someone a gun unless you're sure where they'll point at your mistake. 1 minute.
You know damn well you twisted the intent of that order, and you won't get away with it.
I think Miss Conley said it best the other day. Stuff it.
Stuff it.
I ran a check on the Jaquan F and discovered it had a chemical composition which makes it a controlled botanical substance, illegal to possess except for legitimate medical or religious
purposes.
Which he said it was drugs.
Ridiculous. It is no more harmful than a bottle of your whiskey.
File a protest if you wish, but you'll have to turn the plant over to me. You'll be
Sinclair's a whiskey man. Should be a bourbon guy.
All right, Commander.
Orin Zento has powerful friends. By embarrassing him, you embarrass them. Today, you have made new enemies.
Okay. That's going to come back. The Jaquan F is flash paper.
The gift of light.
Or magnesium.
On the ball.
Did he just say on the ball? Oh, on the ball? Is that what he just said? That's kind of funny if they're in that dome thing right there. They're on the ball. He just said it again. Okay. All right. Well, that's the episode by any means necessary. You know, despite some bad acting by the Zento dude and even the chick who played Conley, I quite enjoyed this episode. There was a lot of Londo and G'Kar, which always makes an episode more enjoyable. I really, really like the way that Sinclair solved the problem. I can't wait to get to talk about this one with Jeff. He solved it in a very unique, I think I said earlier, a very Star Trek way. Like I really liked that one a lot. Obviously, I think this is going to come back. They're just setting this up for some future conflict down the road. Zento's going to come back into the picture and do something with Sinclair. Maybe not even this season, maybe a future season, season 2, season 3, or 4, 5, because those are the seasons. Anyway, that's it. So yeah, outside of that, I don't know that there was anything majorly done about this particular episode. We learned that G'Kar is a priest, or at least the highest ranking official of his religion on the station. So that makes him the priest or something like that. And we learned that, what else did we learn? We learned that he's a religious man. We never knew that before. Londo screwing with G'Kar was so good. So classic. I highly, highly, highly enjoyed that one. So I guess with that, guys, that's going to wrap up this episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. Our episode on, what was the name of this one? By Any Means Necessary. I like the title. I called it. I called it right in the middle of the episode, to be fair. But that is the episode. They solved it. They went. I love Newsies, man. If you guys haven't watched Newsies, if you have, the Broadway show is great. The movie, Christian Bale's debut performance. Yes, Christian Bale. That's who I'm talking about. Baz Luhrmann. He just did the Elvis movie that's out in movie theaters right now as I record this. He also did the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. He's done a few other things, but that was a Baz Luhrmann film. I think I'm almost positive Newsies was. Anyway, good stuff. Guys, make sure you join us next Monday. I think we're still doing Mondays. Make sure you join us on Monday as we dive into this episode. Jeff joins me. He'll be in, and we'll do all things talking about By Any Means Necessary. Until then, guys, take care.